Welcome back to our Crude project, everyone. I'm here with Ant and Kevin the 2 Cent, and as always, we've got a great episode for you guys. And
today we're going to be talking about the newest installment of the Assassin's Creed saga, Shadows.
right, before we get to that, if you guys get any value from the content that we share, please like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go over to our Spotify channel. Follow us over there for a great commute. Listen, for whatever reason, if you can't watch the video on our YouTube channel. Now, with that bit out of the way, let's get to this.
So I wanted to talk about the Assassin's Creed's newest game that's going to be coming out. At first, I would think it was going to be called Mirage, Red Sun. Now I think it's going to be called Shadows, maybe?
No, Mirage is different.
Mirage is
Don't
a
be
different
disrespecting
one?
AC like that, bro.
See, this is why I want to bring it up, because I know you're a big fan of the Assassin's Creed genre.
Well, I was a big fan because of the original, like, the trilogy with Ezio. You know, the first trilogy that came out, that's when it was absolutely gold.
It was
But
good. I can't lie to you. It was good. I mean,
kinda
Valhalla was good too. I loved it. That was one that I played a heavy amount, but I also very much enjoy the Viking lore. But this one specifically is not really getting hype. It's getting hype, but it's also getting
in a way different way.
So recent news, and again, I feel this is a little bit of a stretch, but if those don't know, it was a Reddit post, and I believe even one of the famous streamer, Asmongold, brought it up on his stream. But people are now making the claim that Ubisoft has lost their mind due to the fact of historical events that were deemed to be true that happened in that time of medieval Japan involving Buddhist priests and kids. So the premise of the newest game is of an actual real person who was a black guy who is to be the first samurai ever in existence. I believe he was from the slave trade, managed to make it to Japan, was brought into a family and raised to be the first ever black samurai. His name was Yasuke. And this is supposed to be deemed true, but they also hired, for the historical aspect, a lady who had written a book that a couple books. True. Thank you. A couple books, but one that was specifically about the relationship between Buddhist priests and adolescent kids. And now people are seeming to make some kind of correlations. I feel personally it's a bit of a stretch to try and seem like Ubisoft is going to put some diddling.
Well, yeah. So just to provide a little bit of context into that, right? Let's pull up that one little video. I think they did a kind of a good job in giving us a little bit of a background into what they're talking about. What happened? What'd you do?
Ubisoft has lost their mind, is an expert in gender studies, investigating romantic relationships with...
Cool.
Probably fake. It's got to be fake, right? No, guys, it's fake. It's fake. It's fake.
Assassin's Creed Shadows will have you playing as Yasuke, a real-life historical figure with some, let's say, creative liberties. Sachi Schmidt-Hori, a professor of Japanese literature and culture who's working with Ubisoft on the game, said this.
Yeah, I think people in Japan really embracing him as a character, and we really like to see him representing the samurai spirit.
Historian for a consultant about this game. My first book, Tales of Idealized Boys, Male Love in Medieval Japanese Narratives, which is often depicts romantic relationships between Buddhist priests and I don't even know what
Can
to
you
say.
replay the beginning
Sorry,
for me one more time?
I don't know what to say. Actually, real? Yeah. Ubisoft has lost their mind, is an expert in gender studies.
They lost their minds. Yeah, this lady is IGN interviewed. They put her the prize of the game. Expert getting gender studies. It's hard to read this.
But anyways,
so I haven't read that whole thing. But this is, I feel, again, a little misleading to me. Okay, so they're saying the truth about Yasuke in that thing with this in forefront. That makes you then think they're going to portray Yasuke as somebody who has sexual relations with adolescent kids.
Right.
But then, near the end, if you pay attention, it states the book is about Buddhist priests who have relationships. He's a samurai. He's not a Buddhist priest. And then he's also, I guess, going to become a ninja, who, again, is not a Buddhist priest.
Well, not necessarily a ninja, no. Apparently, the Assassin's Creed Shadows game has dual protagonists. One who is going to stay true to the samurai way, and the other one is going to stay true to the ninja way.
My ninja way.
Yeah.
Believe it.
The female protagonist is going to be sticking to the
You didn't get it.
ninja.
Believe it.
Believe it. Naruto. I got it.
Okay. You didn't acknowledge it, all right? I thought you were going to acknowledge it, so I was like, you didn't get it. I felt sad, you know what I mean? Anyhow, I'm sorry, go ahead. So the female is going to
Believe it.
See, now we're getting somewhere. That's what you should. Yeah, the female protagonist is going to be. That's what I wanted, you know?
Okay.
I wanted you to pull a headband out of nowhere and just be like, my ninja way. Play Sad and Sorrow.
Yeah.
Ask him what his favorite village is and what he has a headband of.
Disgrace.
Ask him.
That's what
You don't know.
I do know.
What is it?
The Sand Village?
All right, maybe he knows. Okay. Well,
How dare you?
what do you
I'm shaking
mean?
my head.
How dare you?
Gar was one of the best.
Yeah, well, how dare you betray Naruto?
I didn't betray. You know, I was with Rock Lee for a while. You know what I'm saying? Until he fought Gar, and I was like, whoa. And then we're getting off topic. All right.
Well, hold on.
I got to defend myself.
You actually watched that fight and you were still on Gaara? You mean to tell me you watched Rock Lee drop them damn weights and you said, I'm going to go grab me a Sand Village headband instead?
No, but it was awesome. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Rock Lee is built different. Because Rock Lee is built all his character is made from Bruce Lee, who was my favorite of all time martial artist.
Right.
So I'm a big Rock Lee fan. But
So you not only betrayed the Leaf, you betrayed your hero.
no, I thought he was Rock Lee
what I'm
was
hearing
cool.
right now.
Listen, I'm putting up sand defenses
That's
right
two
now.
strikes. That's two strikes right now.
I was Sand Village since day one, baby. Ever since I saw Gar and he was him in the exams. Yo, Gar was him in the exams, dog.
Okay, so that's your third lie because they didn't introduce the Sand Village or
No, they did it in the
Gaara
exams.
In the tuning exams?
Yeah.
That wasn't until later episodes.
So he fought Rock Lee and Gaara fought after the exam because that was when the less people were there. After they were in the woods, and he ended up killing
no, but that episode didn't come up till later.
No, that was before. That part of the exam was before Rock Lee fought.
I'm talking about the whole time.
Hold on. Which fight are you talking about right
So
now?
remember when they were in the woods? They were in the woods.
He's talking about the tuning exams.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were in the woods with the giant monsters and everything. And Gar had the freaking umbrella, the paper umbrella, because blood.
Yeah.
Badass scene. That's when I was like,
okay.
my man.
Okay.
I ain't gay, but no.
What I'm trying to say is that he said he was, Sand Village from day one, but I'm saying they didn't introduce
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sand
Okay,
Village
okay.
till later episodes.
Right.
That's strike
100
3, right?
episode almost.
That's strike 3, right?
No, that's not strike 3. All right. I knew I was Sand Village because I knew something was up. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling sandy. You know what I'm saying? I needed that beach feeling between my toes, and I had that, and it was there.
Sandy, no cheeks.
That's right. Sandy, no cheeks. I knew something. And then when I was like, yo, this dude's speaking. The Mist Village, the seven
What fight
ninjas.
are you talking about that happened before the tuning exam, though?
It was when they were in the forest, the big
And
forest.
he had, okay.
That part, literally that scene where he's got the umbrella. the
That
paper
wasn't
umbrella.
Rock Lee, though.
I
He was
know.
fighting some Rain
I
Village
know,
dudes.
but that was dope. That part was dope. How he made it rain blood, bro.
when he said sand coffin, and that's it.
Yo, my man was built different. He was out here laying waste to people with sand. And so then they were the first people in the building.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Rock Lee could never. I'm sorry. Did he make it first or no? Did he make it first or no?
Rock Lee had to have... He was saving people left and right. What you mean?
He had a whole Byakuga and him and the chick who just got infinite tools. Come on now. What did they do? The dude, he had a puppet master and a fan maker on his team. Guard that made it there first. They was all riding on the magic sand carpet. Okay, Rock Lee could have taken off them weights and made it in there first. Neji, he has the Byakuga. What is the excuse here?
What the excuse is that
Gar's better.
No, that Sakura's bitch ass, as usual, was putting everybody's lives in danger as usual. Her useless ass, and she needed someone saving, and the only person around to save her ass, and Naruto and Sasuke at the time that were passed out. So Rock Lee was like, you know what? Should I be selfish and drop my weights and get to the tower, or should I take a little detour and help people out? And that's what happened. Gaara just didn't care. Gaara was just
he has a whole nother village. He didn't. It wasn't about him.
Gaara was just like, yo.
It wasn't his hood. He was just like, I'm gonna stay low, keep my head down.
I just still don't get why.
That's why Rock Lee didn't get to the tower first, okay? Because he had other liberties, okay? He had to save other people.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, if it was a game of speed, I mean, all boy had to do was just drop some weights. You know what I'm saying?
He opened a couple gates. You know what I'm saying? Be like, was it Trick 2G?
Open the gates.
My man gone. All you can see is a blur. Be like, whoa, what was that? Neji can't even keep up with him. He's like, I can't even see his chakra. It's non-existent. I don't know what's happening. Sasuke over there with a shotting gun. I don't even. His eyes are all cross-eyed. I can't see him. I don't know what's happening.
Bitch.
I need help right now.
All right. Anyways, we
now that we've cleared the air that
okay.
Gar's the best.
Now that we've cleared the air that you're a traitor. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's a traitor.
So yes, the female. So there's gonna be two protagonists from the game: the female ninja and the male samurai.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't. One can't go the samurai way, and vice versa.
Oh, so you have to pick a path.
You have to pick a path.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's kind of cool. So you get to play the game twice, essentially, because
each protagonist has exclusive missions of their own that you can't play with the other protagonist. Apparently. So if you wanted to ever play as a samurai, you'll have to, basically play the game twice.
Got you. I mean, that's kind of cool.
To be able to play those missions.
That's not bad.
It's like how a Hogwarts Legacy did it. Like they kind of like, because they have like 4 houses.
Yeah.
Gryffindor, Slytherin, blah, blah, blah.
Hufflepuff.
And each time, every time that you played with, you restarted the game and you played with a different house, there's 1 or 2 exclusive missions that is
dedicated to those.
Exactly.
Houses.
That is
That's
dedicated
pretty
to
cool.
So it's something like that they kind of added on to this. So, but the fact that they kind of said, oh, Yasuke has some takes some creative liberties, like his character, like
what did they mean?
What do you mean by that? Like he has some like flamboyant type of like fetishes, maybe,
Kev,
like in the game, or
see
is
if
there?
You can find that
video. Are there actual
from IGN? The Truth of Yasuke. It should be because now I feel like I need to see it.
Because here's my thing, because like what the hints that they're throwing about the guy,
That's
right?
What I'm saying
it's making it sound like there's going to be missions in the game that this guy is going to be undertaking that's going to be involved around, maybe him having some kind of romantic relationship with adolescents or adolescent
something
characters
is point
in the game or something.
Something,
which is what the internet is kind of losing their mind about. They're like, wait a minute, yo, is this what is one? So this part of it, I honestly don't necessarily care too much about. I actually don't, because one, it is a historical thing. So there was an actual black samurai.
Yeah.
Which, people need to get the fuck over that. Like, I actually don't care, as long as the game, the character, the
game is
everything.
good.
Yeah, as long as the game is good and everything about the game is good too. I don't care if it's a black samurai, honestly, because it is a historical thing that is historically correct.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that people are actually mad about. They're just like, yeah, okay, sure, but like, why couldn't they just make it a Japanese samurai? Why do they have to add a black person as a...
People got to have something to complain about when it comes to that sort of rigmarole. You know what I'm saying?
That's
they
one of the
can't.
yeah.
They
that's,
can't just have.
Do they know
something.
that it's historically accurate and they're still saying it?
I feel like there's a lot of people that actually don't. The people that are complaining right off the bat about that,
Don't have no clue.
no clue,
Yeah,
no
no
clue
clue.
about it. Because the thing is, they're in the Japanese in society, I guess. In the Japanese society, like it might be a known fact, but in the rest of the world, this is not a known fact. Like you
Right.
gotta.
It's not their history. It's not
Yeah.
their society or culture. And it was a long time ago. I think I don't know if it says 16th century.
Yeah, late
That's
Edo.
so far back, dog. 16th century.
So
That's far. Like for even some Japanese people probably don't even remember.
yeah, I mean, it was and that's one thing that I kind of will push back on. To be honest, is just like, what does that matter? As long as the game is good and it is a historical thing that is actually correct, what does it matter? They wanted to do a little bit something different out of the way, because how many ninja games has there been? And it's all been, just Japanese characters, right? Sure.
Right.
So
So it
they
kind of
wanted-
makes sense
it-
to interject. It kind of makes a little sense because obviously most of ninjas would come from Japan. But in this sense, yeah, it's cool that they're changing it up. And even if it was or wasn't historically accurate, but this even is historically accurate, which makes it even cooler.
yeah, that there was this one samurai that was actually black and it was actually historically correct. And they wanted to be like, oh, well, let's do a little bit something different because maybe the people who have been playing so many like samurai games or ninja games, they might actually get tired of like the same type of storyline that consists of a Japanese person who's a samurai or a Japanese female who is a ninja or vice versa or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's switch it up a little bit and see if they can have this person and tell his story. So in that, I actually don't care about that. But the fact that they're trying to make him specifically this character and the hints that they're throwing that he might have something to do with like adolescence romantically involved and shit like that in the game, that's the part that's like throwing me off. Like, why is that necessary?
Yeah, that video definitely feels like it's really throwing you into that direction. The way it cut, laid out, and it didn't really play a lot of the video. He might have played it on his stream or something.
Yeah.
Is this to actually have that video on it? This article? Who is Yosuke? So it was the actual video. You know what? It was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube. Go to IGN on YouTube.
Yeah. While he looks that up though. But yeah, so like I didn't really like how they do that, and that seems like a really misleading way to give information. You know, you kind of, for one, you don't even see the whole Reddit post.
Right.
You just see a quick snip of the top, and they're giving, it's like mixing in real and information, but it's like orientating it into a way that seems off.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. How long is that? It's a short.
Yeah.
Oh,
Click.
play that. Just play it. It says
Assassin's Creed Shadows will have you playing as Yasuke, a real-life historical figure with some, let's say, creative liberties. But this game is hardly the first medium to do that. Yasuke has been a figure in Japanese media for decades and started getting really popular with a children's book from 1968. Since then, he's appeared in novels, manga, and has already been in other video games like Neo and Samurai Warriors 5. Sachi Schmidt-Hori, a professor of Japanese literature and culture who's working with Ubisoft on the game, said this.
Yeah, I think people in Japan really embracing him as a character, and we really like to see him representing the samurai spirit.
He's been portrayed as a sympathetic attendant, a hero, a villain. He's basically become more of a folklore character, like how the US has Johnny Appleseed and John Henry, characters who were inspired by real people but kind of took on a life of their own. We also only have bits and pieces about a lot of people from this era of Japan. So when it comes to Assassin's Creed giving their take on filling the gaps, they're just doing what other storytellers have been doing for decades. Assassin's Creed Shadows will have you playing as Yasuke, a real-life
I think that proves my point.
Yeah.
You watch the whole video, he says nothing about adolescent kids. And of course, it's literally from IGN. So even that, like, if there was something to be a little weird, maybe they would. That might seem a little unprofessional, maybe in their part. But that video says nothing about adolescent kids. It more or less puts him as like on a pedestal as a, a folklore character that like people really love to talk stories about. And he's been in various other games and things like Johnny Appleseed. And like they talked about, what was it, John Henry?
Yeah.
Was the other one? That's the guy who fought the train, wasn't it? To see who could build or fought the machine to see who could make. I love that story. It's a good story.
I like that story as well.
Yeah.
But no, he's talking about folklore.
Yeah, like
that
folklore
developed
characters.
into its own thing.
Yeah. In which I'm pretty sure those people were real people, but this, they got like a folklore kind of story that grew like his did as well, Yasuke.
Yeah.
And so like I said, that I think that furthermore proves the point is just people they just need something to complain about. Them being black, they're trying to put together like he's like, oh well, Buddhist priest had this, so why are they? Again, you're not playing as a Buddhist priest.
I think it's more so of like the fact that that first bit that they're saying about him, he's a character that will take on some creative liberties, kind of hinting towards that, and they're taking that and they're like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? And so, and then digging a little bit deeper into like, okay, well, who is this woman that's trying to tell the historical correctness of this character or whatever, and then digging deeper into her background and saying, oh well, she's
some
pretty,
books.
she writes books about adolescent romance and gay shit basically. I don't know. So they're like, okay, well, so what if she is now portraying this character as such in the game maybe? And if we don't know yet, this was just a reveal trailer. Later on, when I think in June, Ubisoft Forward, late June, I think Ubisoft Forward is gonna happen. Ubisoft Forward is an event where they're gonna have all of their new games announced and new
content to release and all that. They're gonna
exactly. So they're gonna drop apparently a bunch of new gameplay trailers and stuff about the Assassin's Creed Shadow at that event. So based off of that, we'll find out a bit more about what type of missions and what type of characters these guys are, and a little more in depth about the characters themselves and backstories and stuff, because it, like any other Assassin's Creed game or any other game maybe, this one does start with like a humble beginning type of thing, where they came from, and then how they became an assassin, or how Yasuke became a samurai type of thing.
I think it's going to be a great game. But yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns on that one, and I'm just going to say the internet doing internet things.
Right.
Taking something, blowing it completely out of proportion, people seeing something and immediately getting attracted to it. Like just thinking, boom, that's what it is. I saw it. It looks like it makes a little sense, and now I'm going to run with it, like it, and share it, and have nothing else about it.
So you think that they're basically jumping to conclusion with no basis?
They need a parachute, how high they jumped on this one.
Okay, yeah. It does kind of seem that way. Because honestly, there's very little to go based off of this, what they've revealed so far. So unless I see something concrete, I can't necessarily say anything about it, to be honest. But what else I did see though?
What's that?
EA. EA apparently is talking about including ads inside their games. You're saying you haven't heard about that? Imagine
In a game.
inside of a game.
So now I'm like, I'm gonna be like in a timed event, and all of a sudden I'm gonna get a Colgate commercial.
Basically.
I'm gonna get a Charmin Ultra. I'm gonna see these bears up here talking about how I'm gonna wipe my ass. Mid-time fight. I'm gonna be playing something heavy duty, and all of a sudden, Charmin. Yo, get the fuck out of here, EA. And there's gonna be there's gonna be a paywall. Oh, you need EA Plus to not have ads. EA, if you fucking dare put an ad in the middle of a game, I swear.
You're going to have cutscenes, and
The cutscene's going to stop. Or not even stop. The cutscene's going to keep going, and you're just going to have an ad right in the middle, like a pop-up. Oh, dude. Let me find out. I'll never touch another EA game. I
Yeah.
don't even really touch that many now.
I saw some memes about this, bro. The internet obviously never fails.
No.
And the internet was including like some what's the dudes from McDonald's? What's the McDonald's
Which one?
the
Ronald
clown?
McDonald?
Ronald McDonald.
Oh.
It's like this one dude had a Ronald McDonald in like BioShock or some shit, sitting in the dark eating McDonald's. And
Fucking Hamburglar.
yeah, dog. It was funny. They're like internet never fails when they try to jump on some of these memes. So EA is, I don't know what they're trying to do, man. Like
EA is trying to ruin things.
Like, do they not have enough paywall type of stuff included in the games?
They got it everywhere, dude. Everywhere you turn, EA wants to have some sort of paywall, whether it comes to like game content, game playability, certain games to play.
I mean, almost every single gaming company, after the game actually drops, they have so much more that you gotta like start paying for to continue to be able to play the game. Like season pass this, a new DLC pack that, add on this. You know, just so many different things that you gotta continue to pay for on some things. Some of them are on like weekly basis. Some of them are on monthly basis.
Yeah.
It's
But
just like
EA's done
one
a
game.
really bad job of like abusing that.
Yeah.
And they've been known to, they've been known to be that paywall company.
Right.
And honestly, it doesn't surprise me to
Yeah.
hear EA wants to add ads
Mhm.
in a game. No, I am not surprised. How
Yeah.
they're going to do it will be very interesting.
It
Because
is gonna be interesting.
the one thing you can't do to make a game good is ruin the immersion.
Right.
That's going to ruin like any developer who's going to think like, okay, yeah, I'm going to, work with EA on a game knowing they could have an ad right in the center of the screen or something like that. Like that ruins the immersion. And so when people see like, oh, wow, this game looks really good. Who's EA? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to insert these ads, and not much has been disclosed about it, but just the fact that they're
They're
going to
thinking about it?
insert it was an announcement that came from EA that
Oh, wow.
they're thinking about. It's not something that's set in stone yet, but we'll see how it's going to be, how it's going to be played out, how they're going to actually insert these ads inside their games.
That'll be crucial.
It'll be really like, yeah, I don't know. If it is it going to be something like when you're an open RPG type of world game, you're walking around and then
billboard?
a billboard that says drink more Prime or some shit like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Die tomorrow. Drink more Prime.
Right. I don't know. Fallout. You're walking around. There's a billboard, post-apocalyptic thing. Tired? Grab a burger. McDonald's. I don't know. Some shit like that.
Ronald McDonald's is the boss.
Right. So I don't know.
You have to
But
who's the purple one? You have to fight Grimace to get to the tutorial.
there's another thing that I did say. I did see GameStop. I don't know if you guys saw this, but GameStop stocks have
We're back,
once
baby.
again
We're back, baby.
skyrocketed. And it skyrocketed apparently because of a meme that this one renowned guy is making. And what's his real so
Keith?
this guy's real name is Keith Gill. Yeah. So Keith Patrick Gill is here's a little wiki on him. Do you have it up? You have that up, Kev? Yeah, so this guy right here, apparently he's been pretty renowned, and he's been making some like financial claims about when stocks might go up or down or whatever. And based off of his post, a whole lot of people went and bought GameStop stocks. And
Oh.
the post that he did was literally just this. Go over to that one post, the meme or whatever. You have this up? So this is from his Twitter account or
Roaring Kitty.
right, Roaring Kitty. This is still that same guy. He has just different account, Roaring Kitty. Look at the amount of views that this has. 24.5 million views on his Twitter account, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. This is all he posted. And after this, apparently the stock of GameStop shot up. You know what this basically means? Y'all know what this is. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well, shit gets serious. You got to sit up.
Yeah.
And that's what he basically posted. That, oh, things are getting serious. With GameStop stocks, you guys should invest, is what he kind of insinuated with this.
So this was the 12th. I think we have. Do you have the? When you get a second, pull up the chart. So this was
pull up the
this was
chart.
posted on the 12th of May. Yeah. So look.
Bro.
You see, near the end of the chart, you have May 9th as the last tick, and I'm pretty sure the next little where it shoots up is the 12th. So literally, it started to go up days before he announced it, which I mean he was keeping track of it, and that's a pretty big jump there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he was,
It
so
went up $45.
he has. So apparently, this guy has had a pretty good track record of keeping this type of thing under wraps and not being incorrect on stocks going up or down or whatever. At least with like GameStop, because previously I think he was the one that also said that GameStop stocks were going up. So he has a pretty good track, and because of his good track record, when he posted that meme, everybody was like, buy, 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 buy.
Well, I mean, all it is now it's just artificial inflation, really. And I mean, remember the last time that happened?
Yeah.
Because hedge funders, big names were doing a short on it.
Yeah,
So they were losing money like crazy
yeah,
the last time. And then when everybody was like, it went crazy high. I think it was like all-time high last time. It was in 2020,
right.
maybe 2021. I think it was like $100-something. Like it was crazy amount of what it went to. Literally, I would almost argue the only reason GameStop is still a thing was because of that event. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's crazy. Are the hedge funds still doing like shorts on it?
Apparently, and I'm not honestly too keen about the whole stock market and stuff.
Yeah.
But this was something that I came across, and I was like, "Yo, what?" So I thought this was something interesting to share. So
Keep an eye on it. I
yeah.
mean, hey, that might go up more, but you know what really sucks? Oh, it actually showed. So it was $10. Literally almost. That's crazy. It really did fall down a lot too, which kind of sucks. Because I mean, GameStop was really nostalgic for me, but the other thing that sucked, which I'm probably gonna do again,
right.
is the last go around. All the big companies that were allowing you to buy and sell froze that stock specifically because the hedge funders were losing so much money. I guarantee they're going to do the same thing again. So like, let's say somebody paid like a crazy amount of the stock before that big jump and they're sitting on like tens of thousands of dollars. If they don't get out quick and they're trying to ride it, they're probably not gonna. And then the price is going to drop and they're going to lose money. And that's what happened last time. And everyone got really mad at Robinhood because they sold. They bent. They bent because the hedge funders were like, stop. And they were like, all right, cool, yeah. Yeah, you guys can't buy or sell GameStop until we say. It's like, that's literally not how the market works. But it worked.
Yeah. So this, it's something to keep an eye on. If for you guys, if you guys are interested in maybe investing into GameStop right now. I think it's I think you probably missed it. That
You might have missed it. I don't know. This graph says you might have.
This graph says you might have missed it.
it.
But if you were one of the people that were kind of keeping an eye on this and you invested before this little spike there, you did a little good for yourself.
Yeah, if you're one of the 25 million that saw that Twitter post, good on you. If you're watching this video now after we've posted it, I'm sorry. We missed it too.
But anyways, all right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. We'll wrap it up here. Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, guys, if you enjoyed the content that we shared today, if you got any value from it, please like, subscribe for more content like this. Go over to our Spotify channel for a great commute listen. For whatever reason, if you can't watch the YouTube video. And then, yeah, and
See you guys next time.
peace out.